up, guys? Your boy Mike, aka the NYC Expat, and today I'm be talking about 5 things that I think Americans can learn from Filipinos. Alright, so let's settle down. I know there's somebody in America that's already typing up a little message for your boy, telling him about how America #1 and all that stuff. But listen, just keep an open mind, hear what I have to say, because there's a lot of things that Filipino and living in the Philippines can teach us as Americans. #1, it's okay to be supportive of each other. So this is something I think people struggle with so much in America. I think it's like ingrained in our culture of capitalism, where we have to just like basically be out for ourselves and that's it. Like step over to the next guy, it don't matter as long as I'm getting mine. In Philippines, people are so supportive, they're so nice to each other. The way they interact is really a breath of fresh air if you're tired of how that shit is going down in America. So my experience, for example, on social media, I actually quit using Facebook because it was so toxic. Every time I went on Facebook, even if someone posts something nice, someone always gotta open their mouth and say something stupid, you know? In Philippines, I'm sure it's not perfect, but I've noticed such a stark difference where people are so much more supportive. They're saying kind things, they're complimenting each other, even if it's a business, for example, and it's a competitive business, or say I'm in a photography group and there's 2 people working for jobs and someone gets it, congratulations, stuff like that, or like so many different things, right? It's such a different like mindset here than it is back home, and I think that's important, to just be nice to each other. With all the stuff we have going on back home in America, we're so divided, you know, for political reasons amongst other reasons. I think we forget that it's okay to be nice to each other. You know, we're so worried that if we be soft, something we say a lot in New York, if we be soft, someone's going to come take our job or they're going to take our spot. And I mean, it's so entwined in our culture, like I said, that it's hard to not think like that, but it really is detrimental to your mental health. Like after living like that for so long, I got so tired of it. And the first thing I noticed in the Philippines, like I said, is just how different of a vibe it is. So that's #1. It might sound obvious, but if you think about it, it's not too obvious. Have a look around at what's going on in the world. Be nicer to each other. Alright, so number two thing we could learn from Filipinos is that there's more to life than money. This goes back on my point of how people act in America, I think, a little bit, where the world revolves around money, especially in America. But at the end of the day, there's more to life than money itself. I noticed this probably at a younger age than most people. I don't want to get too into it because it's kind of a personal story, and I don't want to have a victim card, and I don't want to be defined by something in my past. But when I was in my mid-20s, I was going to school in New York. I was about to finish college, and I got really sick. I got really sick to the point where I was in the hospital for a year straight. I didn't leave, and I thought I was going to die, to be honest. So when I got out of there, you know, the least I can say is that it changed my perspective on things, and it really made me realize that there really is more than life than money. You know, I think we work our whole lives, we think that, you know, we have this endless amount of time, and it's just a given, right? But it's not. Once you go through something like that, you realize that life is not a given, it's a gift, you know. That's why they call every day the present. But yeah, I noticed that, and it just kind of sad seeing how things are in America, you know. Even for someone like my mom is working very hard. She's getting older now. She's about to be 65. I always tell her, come out to Philippines, relax, chill out. And she's always saying, I gotta work 1 more year, 2 more years for my pension. You know, and I understand that. She's been working her whole life. So of course you want to finish up and get your benefits. But I think that whole structure in America is so messed up because, you know, you're working to such an old age, you don't even know if you're going to be able to use that money. You know, some people die before that age, right? People get to that age and they could be sick and you know, handicapped, not the way they used to be, not in a way they can enjoy the money. You know, some people are healthy enough that they can enjoy it, so God bless those people. But there's more to life than money. You know, you come over here in the Philippines, it's a developing country, you know, there's not as much money, but you see that the people are happy, right? The people, according to studies, according to data, are happier overall than in America. So why is that? Why does America have so much depression? Why does it have so much people that are sad if there's so much money going around? It's because there's nothing else besides the money. You know, people get wrapped up in that, they get lost in that, it becomes their life, and that's not right? So a lot of people come out to Philippines, they want to go sit on the beach, they want to chill out, they want to relax, they want to think about other stuff. our whole lives in America and Western countries is based around grinding, grinding, grinding. So it's nice to be able to come somewhere where that's not the mindset. Alright, so number three. So number three kind of goes a little bit with one and two. You're going to see a little bit of a correlation as we go down. So number three is be happy with the things that you have. This is something I was going to say for my last 2 points. You can see where I'm going at. In America, people are rarely happy with what they have. Even these billionaires there, right? You know, our politicians are billionaires. They're making cuts. They're doing this, they're doing that. They're sacrificing people's lives just to make a little more money that they won't even be able to spend in their lifetime because they already have so much. So be happy with what you have. This goes from high scale like that all the way down to a low scale. Someone like me, an ordinary person, right? Sometimes you have to learn to be happy with what you have. And that's something I see here a lot in the Philippines, right? They make do with what they got and they do the best they can. And people are just generally happy. In America, I think we always want the next best thing. As soon as we get something, our mindset clicks onto, ooh, what's the new one coming out? I need the other thing. Or this person has that. I kind of want that. My thing's not good enough anymore. Here, you know, it's not like that. It's like you make the thing good, right? So for example, I do photography, right? Maybe back in America, I got stuck in the materialistic buyer mindset. Is my camera, ooh, that new camera, I need that, I could be better. Here it's not even like that. It's the artist, not the tool. So be happy with what you have. If you have the things that you need, if you have a roof over your head, if you have good health, if you have loving family and friends, those are the things that ultimately matter. I think when you come to the Philippines, you really feel what I'm saying. Maybe in America it kind of sounds like just blah blah blah, but trust me, it's really a vibe here. Alright, so number four, I just wrote down, take it slow. So what I mean by that is in America we're always in such a rush, especially in New York. It's da 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 da. You know, if you're walking on the sidewalk, you want to stop, smell the roses, take a picture. Somebody's gonna run your ass over walking behind you. Hey, get out of the way. But you know what I'm talking about. It's nice to just slow down. I think that's why a lot of people come to Philippines in general to retire. They just want to chill out, man. They just want to sit on the beach, sit by the pool, enjoy the palm trees, enjoy the sunlight, enjoy the weather. Just relax, right? Life goes by too fast, and sometimes we forget to slow down. So in Philippines, that's kind of engraved in the culture. You're going to learn to slow down whether you like it or not, because that's how things are here. Another thing is, back home in America, I'm a chronically late person. I don't know why. I just, wherever I'm supposed to be, I always get there an hour later. That's just my character. That's who I am. It's not because I want to do it on purpose, but I just take long. In Philippines, it's nice because it seems like everyone does that. So now instead of chronically late, I'm on time. So slowing down is a nice perk of living in the Philippines. Alright, so the fifth thing I think that Americans can learn from Filipinos is family values. So when I say this, it's not that I don't think there's good families or strong families in America. Of course there is. You know, you can't speak in absolutes when you're talking about a country or a type of people. But in Asia, in Philippines, there's definitely family values tied into the culture. So one thing I noticed, for example, when I'm here is that I see a lot of families doing things together, which sounds like a pretty minuscule thing, but in America, you know how there's a stereotype, and it is actually true that, you know, some teenagers are rebellious. You know, they don't want to be like, Dad, you're embarrassing me. Mom, you're embarrassing me. There really isn't that much of that here in Philippines because it's so entwined in the culture that families stick together, they grow together, they do things together from a young age all the way into old age where the kids will take care of the parents. So I think there's pros and cons to that, but one of the things I do like is the family values. Like I said, I am a new dad. I posted that in my community page. That's why I haven't been doing videos for a couple weeks. I've been getting acclimated to dad life. Say hello to little Teddy. But yeah, I think there's a lot of good things to learn from Philippines when it comes to family values. It's actually one of the reasons why I was wondering if I'm going to raise my kid here versus back in the United States. I think there's benefits to both. I'll probably do a video on that because there's a lot to talk about. But I think the morals that get taught to kids here at a young age and through their lifetime are pretty much second to none. So I really do look up to Philippines and Asian culture when it comes to family ties and family values. Because everyone's experience is going to be different. Just come here, like I said, with an open mind. Be willing to learn, be willing to adjust. Don't come here with predetermined notions if you can, and just kind of like vibe out and learn about Philippines and how, you know, let it shape you in its own way. That's all the best advice I can give you. So as always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.